Joe Integrity here. So I just had some thoughts on my mind today, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. Mostly talking about singleness, being single. I know some people look at other people's lives and I'm not talking about like engaged kind of serious relationships. I'm talking about just like relationships that could have led to an engagement or even a wedding or whatever. Some people might look at that and just like, oh man, I really wish I had that, and other people might not. But for those who do, look at other people who are in relationships or had relationships, I would really say count your blessings, because the thing is that those relationships aren't really bad in of themselves. It's just you've got two sinners trying to work together and trying to share and express love that they themselves don't really know. Like God does, like just the way that He loves us. And so anyway, so I say be encouraged, because in 1 Corinthians 7, it talks about how if you're single, use that time for God, because your mind is not divided. Like it talks about in verse 32, I want you to be free from the concerns of this life. An unmarried man can spend his time doing Lord's work and thinking of how to please Him, but a married man has to think about earthly responsibilities and how to please his wife. His interests are divided, and so right now, being a single Christian, I mean, way to go. I mean, really, like thing is that you'll be able to, if God had put it on your heart to be with someone, you'll be able to be with someone. But until then, really just focus in on Him. Some people might even try to say lies like, oh, well, you should be in a lot of different relationships, or at least really close friend relationships, as in like guy, girl, close friends, not talking about like, you know what I mean? Anyway, and I kind of just say whoa to that, only because, me dating a bunch of different girls didn't get me ready for my wife. In fact, if nothing else, it just brought baggage with me. That's really what it did. And so anyway, don't fall into the lie that by building close, and I'm talking about like almost like intimate type relationships with other folks, you're going to have a better relationship with your future wife or husband. That's not the case. The only relationship that's going to get you ready for your future husband, or close to ready for your future spouse, is the relationship between you and Christ. Keep that relationship strong and build upon that, and He will teach you how to love your spouse and to better serve your spouse. But then, also on the flip side, Proverbs 18:22 says, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing, and it's true, and you find favor in the Lord. And so it's great, if you do have a spouse, or you are longing to have a spouse, it is going to be a great thing. It is, and it would be better to be married than to burn with lust. So I'm not saying just like marry just for that reason, so that your sexual immoralities or whatever you can deal with it just through your spouse. But it is better to have that one person than to just doing whatever you want wherever you want. But just focusing on the singleness part. If you're single, rejoice in that. Be thankful. Some people might even say that, hey, because of my bad relationships, I've learned from it, and I've grown from it, now I'm better. Which that might be true. God can teach you those things, but that doesn't mean you had to go through those. Like, I don't have to purposely put my hand on a hot stove, or even allow myself in a situation to put my hand on a hot stove and me get burnt, and then later on go, you know what? It's a good thing that I really burnt my hand, because now I know, because of that, I should probably not be around stoves that are hot, or at least I shouldn't be able to put my hand on it. I think that's kind of foolishness to say that. And so, though God can use your past experience, it doesn't mean you actually need to go through those if you can avoid those. And so, and really just, even 1 Corinthians 7 is just saying, hey, I'm just trying to help you avoid some of these problems, because really, Paul even says that you will have troubles. Like those who are married, you will end up having troubles. And so really, just to save you the trouble, if God's put it on your heart to be single, stay single. If you're looking at dating this person, and then trying and then if that doesn't work, you date this person, whatever, stay off of that. Try to really just focus on the relationship between you and Christ, and if the other person is chasing God, you'll eventually end up meeting. If you haven't met already, you'll end up meeting and crossing paths, and he'll just bring you guys together. So instead of really looking for deeper relationship with someone else. Really look for a deeper relationship with God, and the relationship will come. So I hope you guys are encouraged by this. Like I said, I just had it on my heart to spit this out, and if you are encouraged from it, share it with someone else who you think could be encouraged by it as well. Or if you have any questions, comments, any kind of disagreements. I don't want to split hairs. Like, if you're going to split hairs with me, go to a barbershop or whatever. I don't care. But just in the main point of, if you're single, be thankful, serve Christ to the fullest, because your mind's not divided, and don't feel that by dating other people, it's going to get you ready for your other for your spouse or whatever. I mean, I really encourage you. If you really know that you're going to get married or you want to get married, go take like some premarital classes or whatever. Study other people who are dating around you. Study those who are married. Get some resources. Get like the 5 love languages or love talks or something like that, just so you better understand how to just better love a person when you do get that chance to have the spouse. There's nothing bad for preparing. Through studies and through the Word and praying and whatnot, and even just seeking counsel from other strong believers. But there is something wrong if you think you're going to get better for your marriage by dating others, or if you continue to date, you'll eventually find that person, and so it's basically just a lottery. Let me just keep cashing my ticket in until finally I win. That's not the case, because really by the time you get to that point, you would have spent so much money, you would have spent so much of your heart that in lottery's sake, yeah, you get a lot of money, but in relationship sake, you just get a lot of baggage, and you just have to really work through that. And so your first couple of years of marriage is just working through that baggage. So I just want to free you guys from that. I just really had it on my heart. So Peace out, y'all.